Hello again folks. If you saw the shared pitch project video, you might remember this. Alex's very generous donation to the Tendencies Arsenal. It's a Crosman 2250B ratcatcher. It needs a little bit of TLC to get it back into basic firing condition, but as you'd expect I've also got a couple of other ideas for its resurrection too. But before I commit to the rest of the project, I'm going to start by replacing a faulty valve and some missing and damaged screws to make sure I've got a working gun. First order of the day is a complete strip down. Safety first, remove the gas. Taking the stock and the foregrip off is nice and easy due to some missing screws. I think the factory fitted grip screws can be trouble to get out, but Alex has very kindly saved me the trouble. After you've taken the foresight off, the barrel band comes off just by loosening this little grub screw. It tightens down into a little recess in the barrel, so once you've cleared that, the band just slides straight off. The breech and the rear sight come off with this little Allen bolt in the breech and this screw on the rear sight. Under the breech is a transfer port and its associated seals that direct the gas from the valve into the barrel, so one more part you really don't want to lose. One transfer port. At this point the breech and the barrel are all easy to separate. Now for the grip frame. It's very easy to remove just by undoing the frame screws here and here, which I'm going to change due to damage. A couple of things to consider. Firstly, when you take this rear screw off, remember that it also functions as a retaining screw for the end cap here. This end cap holds the hammer spring in place between the cap and the hammer, so if you don't keep a grip on the cap when you take the screw out, it'll go shooting off under the power of the spring. Secondly, when you take the front frame screw out, you have to watch out you don't lose the little spring and the ball bearing in here that govern the safety catch. Very tiny little fellas, easy to lose. You can also take off the trigger plate here with these three Allen bolts to access the trigger and the safety pin mechanism, but for this job I don't have to go that far. And there's a little spring. You can see why they'd be so easy to lose. To get the hammer out, we just pull out the hammer pin and the hammer just slides out. All that's left to do then is unscrew the securing screw. The part that I'm replacing drops out, the valve. The pressure from the CO2 capsule is stored in this until you trigger the action, then the gas is released up through the transfer port to pressure the barrel and fire the pellet. I got the new one from Alliance Hobby in the States via eBay. 20 quid including postage, which was an absolute bargain compared to some of the prices I found online, and it only took just over a week to get here, which I thought was pretty good too. There is a high power modified version you can buy to increase the gun's power, but it's double the price, so I went with the standard. The new screws came from two sellers on eBay as well, AJF and Droid Components. You can pick them up either in sets or as individual types. I just bought the ones I needed rather than a full set, 4 missing grip screws and replacements for the bird over front and rear frame screws. Before I get on with the reassembly, I'm going to take advantage of the fact I've got a stripped barrel and action tube and sort out some minor rust spots, make it all shiny again. I've done some research and the majority of people seem to recommend a light rub down with wire wool and either gun oil or WD-40, just not so hard that you take the bluing off. I'll also give the barrel a good pull through at the same time. Ooh, filthy. It's coming out a lot cleaner now. Once I test fire, I'll give it a blow through with some of these as well. These are just roll up cigarette filters, which do the same job as the cleaning pellets. Give them a good squish with that, jobs are good. Nice clean barrel. So, time for some reassembly. It's a pretty simple gun to work with, so unless anything else comes to light, I should have a working air rifle in a few minutes. If I've still got no pressure, it could be that I need to replace a washer or two, but hopefully this will fix it, and if not, seal kits are only a couple of quid. I'm watching a couple of things on eBay, so if this all works out, I'll get some parts on the way for the mods. Now for the moment of truth, does it work? New gas capsule in. Screw it down. Until I know it's working or not, nothing posh to start with, just an old door. Working ratcatcher. Cheers, Alex. Happy as a pig in poo. Nice one. Well, that's all very nice, but I did promise you some mods, didn't I? Can't guarantee that, much as I'd like to, but it is still pretty good. All the parts that I've been waiting for have arrived now, so it's time to finish what I started and hand it over to its new users. But before I fit the new parts, I have to shorten the weaver rail so it fits the foregrip better. And after being very careful that I've marked them up in the right place, the weaver rail bolts need a couple of holes. Also, the gun didn't come with the issued dovetail scope mounts, and the red dot scope's weaver anyway, so I had to come up with an alternative. The crossman clamps don't go through the gap between the barrel and the action tube, they just clamp on either side of the barrel. But the securing plate on the mount I got from eBay was too thick to fit through here, so I fashioned a thinner replacement from a giant washer. Still a tight fit, but it goes through. 10 minutes of cutting, grinding and drilling, and Bob's your uncle, a new securing plate. Bit of heat treat, half hour in an oven, bake it on, and you'd never know it wasn't factory finish. Finally, time for a spot of assembly. Yes! And here's the finished article. The scope's the one that Jay from the Beer Tracker sent me quite a while ago. It's finally been retasked, mate. Thank you very much. The scope mount, weaver rail, bipod grip, pouch and capsules were all from eBay, and the pellet tube was from Alex, as was the gun. Very handy that, mate. Cheers. The Viper stock pouch seemed like the ideal storage solution for a couple of busy combat chicks on the go. It takes 5 gas capsules, the pellet tube and a couple of Allen keys for maintenance. It is quite roomy though, and there is extra space for anything else you might need. So there you have it. I think it's turned out pretty well, but let's see what our target audience thinks, shall we?
Kids with guns, taking over, they won't be long.
There you go, kids.
Thank you.
What do you think?
Very.
It's all finished. It's taken a long time to get it together. But it's all done now. What do you think of it? Do you feel soldiery?
Yeah.
Looks like you look very soldiery. You've got makeup and everything. Is that what it is, makeup? Lovely hat. Awesome shorts. APM shorts. Lovely. Very, very army. Do you want to have a shoot then? Shall we get cracking? I'll get you hooked. Right, go. I had some odds and sods that needed a purpose, so I knocked up a pellet trap for the girls' shoot and any future alley target practice. The box itself is some wooden slats from a futon chair backed with a sheet of composite board. This is the plastic and alloy laminate that street signs are made of nowadays to stop people nicking them for their scrap value. It's easy to cut, easy to sand smooth, and it bends into shape well. It's great project material, this. For the stand, I used a Christmas tree base, a slotted section of plastic pipe as a spacer, a metal tube and a T-bar from a multi-gym. I cut up 2 garden kneeling pads for the pellet stopping element of the trap and used the offcuts as the first layer, topped off with the 2 full pieces to take the thickness up to an effective 6 cm or 2.5 inches. The clips for the paper targets were a couple of clothing display hooks. I cut the hooks off and replaced the pins with small nuts and bolts to make them more suited to the task, then drilled holes in one side and screwed them to the box for a nice quick change system. Perfect. Finally, a little dash of spray paint ties it all in and finishes it off nicely. We've done away with the fancy dress now, haven't we? It's too hot. And the face paint. You did a good job of getting all that off. Right, you're going to load it then and have your first shot. So what do you do first? That's it, all the way back. Put your pellet in. That table's really bright, isn't it? It's like a mirror. All done. Lock it down. Right, and then get into position. No, not yet. Get into position. Look down. Get down to the scope, not bring the gun up. That's it. And then that little red dot that you can see.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Little red dot in the middle. Put that on the yellow part of the target. Wait until the... Can you see the wind blowing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, and then take your safety catch off. That's it. Right, put the little red dot on the yellow part.
Can you cover my ears?
It's not loud, darling.
Please cover my ears. I mean it.
It's a sniper rifle. Right, ready? Oh, wind's blowing it. Ready? Not yet. Take a deep breath and let that breath out halfway and then stop and then squeeze the trigger.
Did I do it?
I don't know, let's have a look. Point to where it landed. Nice. Right, should we go and have some more?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why don't you talk us through how you do it, Cara? So what do? You
aim the little red dot at the yellow bit of the target.
Yeah.
The middle bit of the target.
Yes.
Then you take a deep breath in.
Yeah.
And then you let half of it out.
Yeah.
And then you squeeze the trigger.
Mhm. Well done. Like a pro.
Rabbit for dinner.
Like a... Which one? You've got a choice.
I'm loving this.
It's good,
You're
isn't it?
loving it, that's good.
Like a boss.
It is so much fun, isn't it?
I was
Like
going to do that
a
one for you.
boss.
It doesn't
Like
have to
a
be anything
boss.
mean, it just can be fun.
You don't, yeah, it's not all about hunting animals. It can just be,
Just for the fun of it.
yeah, it's called plinking. If you're just shooting targets for target practice, they call it plinking. Plink plonk. Because often air rifle targets are like metal boxes or little metal spinners, and when you hit it, it goes plink. That's why they call it plinking. So it's quite the toy, isn't it?
Mhm.
Mhm. You're off the that's it.
Let's look.
Oh, well done.
Okay, let's go have a
Good
look.
girl. Bullseye Bob. Let's go and have a look what you did, shall we? Come on in. Not bad. That's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's at least 7 bullseyes there, but you can't really tell sometimes because they go through the same hole. But maybe 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at least, I reckon. That's pretty good though. That's called a grouping, and your whole grouping there is 2-inch. 2-inch group. That's pretty good.
There's a butterfly in the way, don't shoot the butterfly.
Don't shoot the butterfly. So red dot in the middle, on the yellow part of the target. Take a deep breath, breathe half out and hold, and then squeeze the trigger. She's a bit of a sniper as well, apparently. You'll be a while, I'll bring you a coffee.
Yeah, thank you.
I think
That's
that
a
was.
yellow.
That was splat in the middle of the yellow. Oh yeah, nice. There you go. So all I've got to do is wind you up a little bit and you get a bullseye. Is that like the anger coming out? Oh, I'll show him. Not as good as sharp-eyed Sid, but still pretty good. Right, so you know what you're doing, don't you? We've talked about this. Nice. That's it. Just use the thing to push it forward, darling. That's it. Unless you can use your nail. That works too. Right, safety off. Red dot in the yellow bit of the target.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's it. Red dot in the middle of this, and the red dot on the yellow bit of the target as well. Then take a deep breath in, half out and hold it, and then squeeze the trigger. Just like that. Right, see how your first shot did, alright? Nice shooting, Tex. 75 in the red. Oh, straight through the same hole. Or just, you know, next to it. You basically doubled its width. Nice. Oh, you can tell that's a new canister. It's got quite a kick to it. Not a kick, but nice noise.
Safety's off.
Safety's off, ready to go.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Round about 6.
Yeah, I would say that one on the edge still counts as a bullseye. Even Daddy gets a go. We've had a very busy day today, and we're going to celebrate by having a barbecue. What have we done? We did shooting this morning, didn't we? Then what?
Then we went to the gym.
Yeah.
And did swimming and tennis.
Tennis, yeah. And we went in. Me and Mummy went in the steam room, didn't we?
And the sauna.
And the jacuzzi, bubble bath thing. Yeah.
Okay.
We've had a very busy day. Now we're going to do a bit of relaxing. And I have a little fire assistant, don't I?
Yeah, darling. Here's to a lovely day. Really was good fun. I don't think we could have squeezed any more in if we'd tried.
Happily. No, I don't think we could.
No.
Guns and fire and fitness. Not a bad day. I think the girls enjoyed themselves.